Welcome to the Wexford Football League show. Tonight we're going to look back at the results from the weekend and look forward to a few fixtures coming up this weekend. Well, Nicky, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Aidan, and yourself?
Asher and Gran, not a bother. December was a month I always used to hate managing, Nicky, with the Christmas season in full swing. How did you manage it yourself?
Yeah, no, I didn't mind it. You were just saying a second ago, lads used to go shopping. And
yeah, did you never have that?
No, our lads never went shopping. No, it was never.
Cultured as the Mine Rangers, man.
It was never. Well, it wouldn't be accepted as an excuse to go shopping if we were playing. But no, look at it. It is tough. The Christmas season, Christmas parties and bits and pieces coming up. It was always an extremely tough side of it. But I think from after talking to Pádraig this weekend's are going to be the last weekend of a full round of fixtures. So yeah. So this weekend coming up to 10th. So they're giving him the weekend of the 17th off. If he's not now, he is.
That'll surely be a couple of teams having to play, like some extra balls. A few of the teams that are short on games. Maybe,
but I can't see it happening. And look, what's the panic? Let lads off, let them enjoy Christmas, let them have their Christmas parties. Let the Mine lads go shopping, as you say. They could probably do with it after the results the last couple of weeks. A little bit of retail therapy for them.
Might be good.
Maybe you might open up the checkbook and let them spend a few £.
And at that, we'll jump straight into that game. A 2-1 win for North End. Were you surprised at it yourself? Or?
I got up, I seen a couple of minutes of it. Let's be honest with you, about North End were missing 8 to 9 starters. In saying that, they were still extremely strong. Looking at the app and looking at them there, they had a strong 11. The Mine at home have to be massively disappointed. From talking to lads, I seen them the week before against Gorey. They created nothing. They created, I think, a couple of chances against North End from what I hear. So they'll be disappointing because 2 home fixtures. Mine would have wanted to be up around the top of that table, but look, it's going to be very, very hard for them. North End outside competitions, little bit stuttery this year. I'm sure they're disappointed after losing out Letterkenny the week before, but their league form has been rock solid bar that game against Gorey.
Yeah, I think the boys were disappointed. I think after losing last week to Gorey was a must-win game, and probably didn't have a better chance when seeing the North End lineup. Someone said to me it was a poor North End team. I said it's not a poor North End team. It's wouldn't be what you call North End's strongest 11, but it was by no way a poor team. It was a young team, very fit team, speedy team. I think conceding after 3 minutes probably through any game plan the boys had out the window. They had to go after it. But I think you said it there. They didn't really create a whole lot, but they haven't scored 3 home games now against Fort Celtic, Gorey and North End that they've been beaten, and probably not saying deservedly beaten in them, but they didn't look like they could win the games a whole lot in them 3. I think that's what away from home they've been flying, but at home, if you want to win leagues, you have to win at home. And I think if they wanted to get back in the chance to win the league, they had to beat North End Sunday. And
especially after losing to Gorey the week before. But I have massive time for the Mine lads. Personally, I'd be friends, very good friends with a lot of them. I'm related to Sean, the manager. I'd have great time for him. I'm going to be interested to see what the dynamic of the Mine is now after losing the couple of results over the last couple of weeks. Will they stick together? Because they could definitely be a very, very strong cup team. I'm not saying they're completely out of the league now by any, but it's just going to be extreme. They'll have to win everything going between now and the end of the season, and they'll have to get a run of results to go their way as well. So look, it's going to be extremely tough. It's a big learning curve for Sean. It's his first year in a senior job. I'm damn sure he's after learning more over the last 2 weeks than he in his first 5-6 games. So for him, it's massive learning curve. Denny's first year in the job as well, but Denny was always in and around Goggy. So he hasn't hit that turbulent patch maybe that Sean has hit over the last couple of weeks, and that's the run of fixtures as well that they've had. They've been unlucky to have Fort Celtic, North End and Gorey quite early in the season, which is kind of unusual. It doesn't always happen that way.
I think they've played everyone. I think after when they play Ajax Sunday, I think that they'll have played everyone.
And that's something John Timmins was banging on for years. They should have everybody played before they play him again. But so look at I'd like to see the Mine lads making sure to stick.
They have to stick together.
Bar any of them wanting to join Shamrock Rovers, but I'd like to see the Mine lads sticking together now and proving, because I was one of the lads who doubted him whether, and I am one of the lads who doubt whether they'll stick together. Will one or two of them decide to go on the beer? Will one or two of them now drop sticks and go pick up a hurl or go train for Gaelic football and try get on that? So like I was one of them lads who would be thinking that on the outside. So I'd like to see him stay together to make sure to stay the league stays consistent, shall we say.
Yeah, look, they need to stick together. Sean needs to kind of gel them back together now after two defeats that would have hurt. They're still in Leinster. As you said, they still have the cup. They're not completely out of the league, but we both know you have to be probably winning the rest of the games if they're going to be anywhere near.
And like, look at like you've the likes of Rory O'Connor, who's mine man through and through. I'm damn sure that if he's to come in over the next couple of weeks, while he's getting on in age, he'll be a serious figurehead, and he might be able to pull a lot of them lads in together as well, you know.
Yeah,
so
he's a big leader of that group. And
so I look at it. I don't want to be too negative on him. Like Sean has done a really good job. There was a lot of positive talk about it. It's just at the end of a pack of a couple of bad results. But like, you have to give credit to North End going up there. I think there only 13 players tagged out.
Kieran Page scored again. He scored for the Astro Trainers on Wednesday night. He looks to be the player of the year so far, doesn't he? It was a great signing by Denny, in fairness.
Yeah, look at definitely. Kieran Carty done actually quite well in midfield. But they done well all over the park, like, you know. So look at North End have a massive squad.
Yeah, it's easily now a 2-horse race, I think, isn't it? Between ourselves and Gorey.
I always thought it was.
Fair enough. Move on to another team that might think they're still in with a shout. Fort Celtic, great home in 5-2 against Cross the Bay. I think they were 3-0 up at half time. And that went back to 3-2, didn't it? So I'm sure Joe would have been getting excited after trying to pull it back. But look, at Fort Celtic are one of these teams that never know when they're beaten. Or when to stop, really, not that when they were beaten, but they're one of the teams. Some teams could go into the shell after dropping 2 goals and get back, but Fort Celtic are very, very workmanlike, which I think it should be a credit to them. It's not a negative touch on it, but no, look at they've, for me, one of the best players in the league as well, in Ryan Busher. He's excellent out on that wing, and they're doing quite well. Been a stop-start season for them. We're hoping this now will drive them on to go on a bit of a run of games, and they probably won't want Christmas coming, really, the Christmas break.
No,
in fairness.
No, probably not. But look, at they're going quite well in the outside competition. So look, at they'll take whatever they get. They're an honest bunch of lads, I think, down there from what I see. Yeah,
Wexford Boys got their first win of the season with a easy 5-0 win against Ajax. I think from talking to Dodger there, was a come from enough win. He was a little bit disappointed with Ajax. He thought it'd be better than what they were, but I think, look, it's not a bad ball side. It's a good ball side on paper. It's just about Nicky having to get things right, and it's a good win to get him going, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Look, it's a savage win, 5-0. I think if you can score early against Ajax, you're always going to be in with a great chance, because, as we said, with their age profile, they have to open up, and like, if they're opening them up, that's going to create spaces everywhere. So look, at Ajax will be disappointed. They're still battling away. They've picked up 4 draws, so they're going to have to try and pick up a win somewhere. But look, at that, Bose dealt with them quite handy, and for me, seeing highlights there of the Bose and Campbell game, and seeing Todd over the last couple of months, he looks like he could be he's definitely the standout player over the last couple of weeks in the Wexford League. So it'd be interesting to see now, because the Oscar trainers coming up in January, and if we're going on form, Todd Hines definitely has to be in with a shout.
100%, yeah. And then we had Ferns come out there, sticky patch with a good 3-2 home in again. Bunclody showing a lot of inconsistency. Ended with excellent one week, then next week when you think they might maybe string 2 wins together, I don't think they've done that yet. It's something that Nick will look at.
Yeah, look, Ferns is always going to be tough. Like there's better teams than Bunclody gone out there and struggled. But look at the two of them. I'd say the two of them are a bit disappointed with their season so far, both Ferns and Bunclody. Ferns definitely haven't hit the consistency they had last year. While maybe Bunclody mightn't be as disappointed. They've come up from Division 1. So I'm sure they're damn happy that they're not in the bottom 2 or 3. But look, they seem to be picking up a couple of points here and there. But the bit of consistency, Nick, definitely would be looking for.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be anywhere near the relegation, are they? Bunclody. I think they show on their day they could maybe beat anyone, maybe bar the top 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be as overly enthusiastic as that. I definitely think Ajax and Campbell are going to struggle all year long, and then from that, Bunclody cross the bake. I think Bows have, well, if Todd keeps playing the way he is and playing off of PJ, I think they should have enough to get way above that.
Yeah, then on Tuesday night gone there, Wexford Bows had their second win of the season again. Campbell 4-1 win. We have the highlights of that now, so we'll have a look at it. Just down at the CBS Tuesday night, Nicky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Look, it's a great facility to have down there, and it's great that but the likes of Bows are able to get out and use it.
Yeah, because I think this is only their 5th league game, was it? This one was it?
Yeah, 5th league game. Yeah, so 2 good wins. That was a serious touch by PJ Banfield that time, wasn't it?
Great finish.
It must be tough for PJ to go and play against Campbell. Like the stand name down there after his mother, like he would have been definitely a stalwart of Campbell. He's living in Wexford town, so it must have been definitely difficult for him to go out there and play against his own club.
I think he's professional enough, for want of a better word, to go do what he's asked to do. And
but still doesn't mean it's not going to be difficult.
It's obviously going to be hard.
There's a bit of a slip up there. I wouldn't have been too happy with my defender stopping running with you, Aidan.
So it's a good save there.
Yeah, Ryan Rowe with a fantastic save from Jeremy Flood. So Johnny Keaton. I'm surprised he didn't hit a slight tackle or the people in the side. So
it's a good finish.
Yeah, it was a very well worked goal that time, wasn't it? In Campbell. Dylan Owens in the goal. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed where he was standing for the cross, so he was a little out of position. So,
another goal there for Bows. Yeah, I think Dylan maybe a bit rustiness there. Man of his ability, he'll be disappointed with his starting position there.
Definitely. And there's Todd getting his head up and sliding it across. Yeah, so look, at that's a player like that. You're looking for somebody with that ability that Todd has, bearing down on goal. Look at, he never panicked once, took his touch, took his time, and teed it up there. So it's another well worked goal by Bows.
Yeah, and I think Ken will really have to have a look at Todd, won't he? He was a player, I think, when we were picking the team, I think 2 of us might have had him in for left back, but he's shown now and maybe he could even do it up the field for the Oscar trainers, in fairness.
Definitely. Like, if you had Paul Brennan and Todd fighting for that one position over there, you have a luxury of talent there between the two of them, and that's just on that wing. You've Skinny, you've Ryan Busher, and they're all goal scorers, so you can never have enough. I don't know about me, I don't know about you, should I say. I always like to have, when I was managing, have attackers on the line. Attacker can change a game, defender can't. So like the more attackers I had on the line was always try to have for me anyway. Now I always
you can name 7 subs now, maybe 2-3 utility players for your back and midfield, and then fill the rest with fellas that can change a game.
Yeah,
they don't have to be. They can change a game. I think Todd would be one of them. I think Nicky now will be hoping that Bows can push on now as well, won't it? Because it is a good side. On paper, it's a very good side. He just has to get things to click and get the players believing.
Yeah, and like he's another new manager in the job. I know he's done it years ago there, but he's another man in there, and it's even we both can say this: managing 5 years ago is completely different to managing nowadays. There's so many, like, a lot of lads are prima donnas, and you're model coddling them, and like they're moaning and whinging at you, like where 5-6 years ago a lot of it wasn't there, and that's being honest, a lot of it wasn't there. There was lads just getting up, they were bursting their arse to get out there. Now it's a little bit easier for them not to turn up, but hopefully, like what Wexford Bows done there, played on a a Wednesday night there, or Tuesday night I think it was. It benefits, and they get full turnouts, and lads are able to play more at their leisure.
Yeah, we move on to the 4-star pizza Division 1. The first game here was a big surprise, I think, in the scoreline, maybe not the result, but Ross Celtic going down to Gorey Rangers and showing their intent in this division with a 4-1 win.
Well, I see the boys have made a mistake there in New Rosstown.
Should be Ross Celtic.
And they're from
they're
New
Ross fucking, man.
But no, look at that. Jesus, a massive win for us, wasn't it? Gorey were motoring along nice.
It's Gorey's first defeat now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but they were motoring along nice, and in fairness to Ross, I didn't expect it, especially 4-1. But look, a great win for him, and fair play to him. Yeah,
Brian will be delighted. It'll be interesting to see how Gorey Rangers respond now with their first defeat, and a heavy defeat to one of their main challengers. Yeah, I have to hand it to Brian and Ross, come up out of Division 2, and we'll see later in the results there. All Blacks, the team actually on top, coming up from Division 2 as well. It shows their intent and the quality to have in the squads to come straight from Division 2 to challenge Division 1, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And credit goes to Gorey. They've been fantastic, and they have a big game now to bounce back to this week. I think they play All Blacks this week, so it'll be interesting to see.
And then we Courtown, hopefully this will kickstart their season. 4-1 win again. Shelburne, a team both of us thought would be comfortably at the top end of this division, but unfortunately they're not at the moment. But see Matty Kavanagh back on the score sheet for him this week. He's a key player for him, Eddie.
Yeah, look at that is it. But look at he's only one of 11 or 16 or 17 on a Sunday. So in fairness, that whole Courtown group need to get the bit of consistency going. They're too good, and they're too probably big of a club to be down the division to be bottom of Division 1 or in around that table.
Should be challenging.
So definitely. Like Courtown, like when we were involved, they were always one of the toughest games to play, whether it was home or away. So they need to get back to being strong, tough, and we spoke before about Stephen, the manager. I have great time for him. I think he is one of the best managers in the league.
Coach,
so yeah, and so look at it'd be interesting to see will this kickstart him.
And the Ross Celtic one was a bit of a surprise. I think this one was a major surprise. Kilbane beating Glenbarrington 4-3.
Yeah, Kilbane had won a game, so it looked like it was a ding dong battle, and a great win for Kilbane at home. Kilbane always a tough place to go. It's always tough to pick up a result out there. Glyn are one of them teams that
every time you think they're going to go and make a shot for it.
Like after the first week or two, they were kind of flying it, and then
struggled in the last couple of weeks. Good.
So look, but it's like that Division 1. It's there's nothing between any of it. So like you definitely wouldn't have predicted Courtown to beat Shelburne 4-1, and you probably wouldn't have predicted Kilbane to have beaten Glenbarrington, you know. So and I hear Willie Murphy scored a winner in the last minute of it, so it was obviously a ding dong battle. Yeah.
And the last one of that is the All Blacks, who are now gone top of the table, 3-1 win against Bridge Rovers. The wheels have fallen off Bridge Rovers' challenge in the last couple of weeks, haven't unfortunately for them. All Blacks who are flying. Just when we said it at the start of the year, I don't keep meaning to harper back to that walkover to give. I just hope that doesn't cost them a league title, and what looks like it's going to be a close division that it actually could. And on the flip side, if they win that division, given a walkover, it's savage as well. Well,
I slightly disagree with you a little bit on it. And this is
in what way?
If they lose the game because of a walkover, or they lose the league because of a walkover, they deserve to lose the league. They gave a walkover.
I disagree with you. I think
should give a walkover.
I think the league should be looking to help teams at that time of the year. Go back. Sorry, no, Nicky Hines, Wexford Boys only played 5 league games, and we're in December. Yeah, All Blacks had to give a walkover. I'm not saying. Yeah,
but there's different. If they'd put in for free Sunday, they'd have got it. If they've there's different ways of putting it, So no, look at. I think All Blacks are a fantastic club. Trevor Rankin and the lads down there are doing fantastic stuff, and I'd love to see him up in the Premier, because I do know they're only using a small pool of players. I think they have 14, 15 players, and they're picking and choosing from. They're definitely going to get stronger. I see Shane Pettit's back with him, and there's a couple of other lads after signing from there. So that obviously is going to now boost up in their squad. They've fantastic facilities down there, and they're one of the clubs who I'd love to see up in the Premier, because I think Shane Cassidy is lovely soccer. As we say, Shane Pett is another lovely footballer. Kyle Rankin is another great footballer. These guys I'd love to see them in the Premier League, because I think All Blacks would definitely give the likes of your Gorey, your North End, your Mine, your Fort Celtics a really good tough game, because they can score goals. So look, number one, I'd love to see him up in the Premier League, but I wouldn't feel sorry for him if they lost the league title because they gave a walkover during the season.
It's probably the most unpredictable division in the league, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyone can really bet anyone. I think even you see Clabon, they're beating Glenbarntown, they're on bottom. Shelburne on their day could probably give it up to everyone. Move on then to the Apex Division 2. Tom Brack weren't playing, so it was a bad day out of the office for them, with Kilmore getting a 3-0 win, St. Joseph's 2-1 against Killeen, and Ratnure winning 1-0, and we didn't have Riley or Shane Lawler on the score sheet, which is a surprise for Ratnure. Yeah,
seemingly so. The chap Fort Celtics goalkeeper, his name's after escaping me there. I was looking at it earlier on. I was talking to a chap from Ratnure, Graham Nolan, and he said that he was absolutely excellent during the game. I can't think of his name now, but Fort Celtic goalkeeper, I seen him actually play against, I think it was Enniscorthy United as well earlier in the year. He looked really, really good. Tom Brack definitely be disappointed sitting at home. All the clubs around him picked up 3 points, so nobody done them a favour.
A great win for Kilmore after the result last week away up in Galway. In fairness to him, do something that I could have derailed him a bit, but it doesn't seem to. I seen the result last week, but I only seen it when I was watching the show with yourself, Dodzer, and I was meant to check to see what team went up. So I'm probably sure that they were missing quite a few going up to Galway as well. But look at they're concentrating on home turf down here in Wexford, and they're going really well. I would like to see him bounce back, because yourself, a result like that could derail a squad, could put second thoughts into everyone with all the work they're doing down there. So it was a good win for them. Josephs, who were been a bit off there lately, they'll be looking in that derby win there to hope and come and get one more win before Christmas and see what I can do after Christmas. That's it. And Josephs could be a dark horse there. Nobody would want to get them in the Neil O'Sullivan Cup or anything like that. And then we have the Betxs Division 3. Ballymurn beating Tabletoppers Fastnet 3-1. Bit of a surprise, maybe. Not to me, I think Ballymurn are a good side. We've seen them a couple of times. And Ballymurn are excellent. I've been lucky enough to see him for a few times over the last few years. And they've very good players. Jamie Keeley, Jamie Donnelly, Snowy, great mix of youths and experience. Sean Walsh, they've really, really good players, and that's just to name a couple of them there. I can't think of his name. Chap left across the bag. Can't think of his name to him as well. He's a good chap. He's not chap. He's a man. An elderly man, but he's a good player. Can't think of his name. So, but look at the load of good lads there. So, and that was a massive result for Ballymurn. They're after losing a couple of games. Last two league games, and won a game in Leinster last week. So, that was massive. Maybe Fastnet might have took their eye off of it. Who knows? But could they went shopping? Could. I doubt Fastnet men now will be the shoppers. I'm not going to ask you why. I'll leave that for another night. But no, look, they've no shopping centres around them, sure. The council haven't built anything down in Fastnet in a while. We'll move on now. It'll be interesting to see how they respond, because we're flying in that division, and that was one of their title challengers. I think it's probably the first time they played one of their major title challengers, and to lose, it'll be interesting to see how they react to it. But it was a must win for Ballymurn. They were at home, they were playing Fastnet, so it was a must win for Ballymurn there to do it, and obviously they came out on top. So a massive 3 points, and it just pulls that Fastnet a little bit back closer to them. So they'll still have to wait for maybe another result later in the year. Yeah. Now, Wednesday night last, we were in the Riverside for the launch of the Pat Whitty Trophy. So we have a few interviews from the event. We're here in the Riverside Park Hotel just to launch the LFA Pat Whitty Memorial Trophy.
means a huge amount to us to have that couple named after Dad. We all grew up in a pretty. We were very immersed in football culture from an early age. We probably knew nothing else. So as Patrick mentioned earlier on there, it resembles a little bit of Champions League Cup actually, because that was one of the things we remember with Dad. Endlessly plotting or going away to different games across in Europe or wherever they were, or across county borders, wherever they may be. So it's a huge honour for us here tonight now to be here to launch this. We're delighted with that.
It's a fitting tribute to Pat. Pat would have been one of the mainstays of Wexford football through the years in Wexford. Like, I think he was the fixture secretary for something like 30 years. He was actually vice president of the LFA when he passed away. So I'm delighted personally as a Wexford man, and being general secretary of the LFA, I'm absolutely delighted that this cup has been put forward in his honour.
It's a great day for the Whitty family, great day for the Wexford League too, and also it's a great day for the Leinster Football Association to be combined with this cup competition. As you can see, there's a lot of people here from the Wexford League and all the Whitty family here as well. Basically speaking, it's just to recognise the amount of work that Pat Whitty has put into the Leinster Football Association over the years and into the Wexford League. And Pat has made a massive contribution to soccer, particularly in the amateur game. And it gives due recognition to Pat for his work and commitment over the years. And it's a great honour for the Whitty family. And I want to thank them for making this cup available to the Leinster Football Association.
Pat was one of the leading lights in the Wexford Football League for many years. Began as our fixture secretary, then became our league administrator, and Pat also served on the LFA and the FAI junior committees for many years. One of the leading administrators across football in the country. Definitely one of the leading lights in football in the country.
He had a huge passion for football. I played against him as well. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think he played with Cork Ramblers first, Mick Wallace. And then he went on an old team called Crystal Palace, and maybe we came across each other. I played with a team called St. Cartages. We disbanded. That was 1969 when I played first. We were disbanded, and then I went to Wexford Bows, and we came across Pat quite a bit. Off the field too, sadly, in meeting rooms when things would go awry. But I worked on the committee with him for a long number of years, knew him as a friend outside soccer. He was a terrific guy, and this is a fantastic honour for him and his family.
Nicky, was an adventure at yourself. It was a proud moment for the Whitty family and a proud moment for Wexford soccer. And to top it off, we were in the semi-final of it as well, so hopefully we can keep it in Wexford.
Yeah, no, definitely. And look, it was a lovely touch. Pádraig, in fairness, well, Noel Jordan, the president of Leinster, got up and he spoke some lovely words about Pat Whitty. Dennis, our own chairman, got up and spoke well. Pádraig Whitty got up himself and he spoke really well. And just a little touch on the trophy. His father was a big Champions League and European Cup supporter, and that's why they kind of picked that style of cup. So look, it's a fabulous cup. It was a lovely evening actually, in fairness. And yeah, if Wexford win it, it'll cost a few pounds to fill it.
Sure. In fairness, it's a great trophy, and even entice people more to probably go win it, because it is usually some of them trophies do be flatter to deceive, in fairness, sometimes. So it's great to actually see a good trophy.
Yeah, 100%. But it's a competition that the FAI, if they put a little bit more effort into it, and in fairness, they've tried to rejig it this year. It's gone provincial and things like that, so they're trying to rejig it, and there's a hell of a lot more exposure to it this year now. But I do think they could do a little bit more for it. I definitely think the final should be held in the Aviva. So I'm 100%.
You've seen the 3 games. I've seen 2 of them. I'd be surprised if it was a full strength Kilkenny and a full strength Carlow. By that I mean, are all the top players in the division playing it? Fairness in Wexford, I think the majority of them have made themselves available. You can see that by the results. And not in fairness, it's a savage Wexford team. No matter what team he puts out, he can put out 3 different teams. It's going to be an excellent team. But maybe not Carlow and Kildare, but I think you'd be disappointed with the Kilkenny team, I think, wouldn't you?
Well, they caught them on the first night as well. So, and like,
you'd expect them to come out of that group, though.
Yeah. Well, look, at the start of it, you would have predicted probably Wexford Kilkenny to come out. Kilkenny haven't shown up, but who knows, like, what politics goes on between club managers and county managers. It's a minefield at times. So, like, I don't envy the job that Ken has. It's an extremely tough job. Look at our two opinions. We're here giving them out week in, week out. Doesn't mean that we're right, but you're true. Everybody has an opinion, like, so.
You have to give Ken credit. We mightn't agree with some of the stuff he's done, or the lads that we were saying about maybe Todd Hines, but the 3 Savage results, they played very well in all the games.
Yeah.
And they're
sitting in their home semi-final. So
and the final is down there as well. So
yeah, so please God to get to it. It'd be a great honour, and as I said, it's a great honour to the Whitty family that it's named after Pat. We both would have dealt with Pat ourselves starting out in our careers as a manager.
His knowledge of the rules and all for me was, no matter what you rang and asked him, he just knew it off the top of his head. He was just
definitely. No, I wasn't into the rule book as much as what you were.
I know that.
I'd be ringing him to see what way could we get and you wouldn't get one off of Pat. He'd tell you to F off now as quick as he'd quote a rule to you. But look at he was dead straight, man. He's savagely lost, or a savage loss to the Wexford Football League and Wexford and football throughout the country, especially grassroots football. And the likes of him are very, very hard to replace. And it's just a nice little honour to have that cup there.
Yeah, and it'd be great if we could win it the first year, wouldn't it? To honour the family and to honour Pat, in fairness.
100%.
We move on then to your own division, the TJ Murphy's Division 3A. Bunclody, who are going well in this division with a comfortable 4-0 win against Cortown. And Escort United with a 5-2 away win to Kilteely. Featherton, Bree drawn 2-2. John Turbot and Jack Harney scoring the 4 goals there. It was Bree's first day of dropping points. They'll be disappointed with that, Nicky. And Rosslare 2-1 again, Cushenstown, Rosslare Strand and Glen Barntown lose now to Rosstown, another team going strong in that division, 3-2. Good win for them, in fairness. Yeah,
good win. A good win for us. I'm sure Bree slightly disappointed, but look, you're going to have a blip in the season here and there. It's about the reaction now. Young Carney, he's flying it with the goals. John Tubbert would have. I remember John playing as a chap. He played under my father down the Kennedy Cup, and he was an excellent player then, and we lost him for a while to GA. But
he's back playing, I think, first time in 8-9 years, 3 games, 4 goals.
Yeah, look at he was always a class act, in fairness to him. Kilteely, poor Kilteely, struggling a little bit this year, and it was a great win for Enniscorthy United, especially away from home. But I kind of caught a glimpse of the Bunclody team. They play today. The Mine and Bunclody were playing. They were all playing at the same time now. I didn't get to look, but you have the likes of Biz Halpin there.
Brett Stoller to Wexford Soccer.
I class Biz as real old school. Either the ball passes, if the man don't, and he's never afraid to give an opinion and to leave a mark on somebody. But
you always shake your hand after the game.
100%, yeah. But like he'd be a great voice in around there with the Bunclody lads, and they're doing really well, and fair play to them.
Yeah, and then we the Kennedy Craft Butchers Division 4. Ferns, who weren't playing in this, will be happy. Crossbeg done them a favour here, drawn 2-2 with Gorey, and Rosslare Rangers beating Camolan 4-1. I think Gorey would be disappointed with that, wouldn't it? It looks like even Ferns in the driving seat now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. In fairness, like, it's not often this has happened. This was a bad weekend for Gorey. The 3 teams, it wasn't a great weekend for them. So look at the drop points everywhere. But I'm damn sure they're too big of a club not to bounce back. But Ferns will be delighted. And
the Butchers Best Division 4A, Shelbourne beating Wexford Bows 1-0. Fort Cedric beating Ajax 7-3. Enniscorthy United beating Kilmore 2-0, and Campoyle beating Rossellick 2-1. It was a tough day at the office for the Ajax, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is tough, all right. I suppose it's not the worst when you're scoring 3 goals and you're conceding 7. Like, sometimes you'd be looking up to the heavens and saying, what's going on here? But look, it's a tough season for the Ajax lads. They're probably paying the penalty from what happened maybe 20 years ago, Ajax are one of the strongest clubs in Wexford League. They've a massive tradition, but they never brought the young lads through. They had no underage structure. And I know a lot of Farnans are trying to bring them back in, and they've little academies and all that kind of stuff going on. But like, look at they're kind of waiting for other players to join them, which is not the best policy, I don't think. Maybe like, because you're so if they can over a number of years, I'm damn sure that they'll definitely bounce back, and they'll if they can get a bit of an underage structure going, it'll stand them in good stead.
And Ross Celtic, who are going well in that division, will be disappointed with that derby loss to Campile.
Yeah, a red hot derby down there. Young White down there in Campile, the manager there, James. Yeah, I'd say he'd be absolutely delighted to get one over the neighbours.
And then the Streamline Technology Division 5, the biggest division in it, Camolan, who had 9 men, I think, for the last half hour, drawn 0-0 with Castlelockerell. Don't start. Ratnewer, second team beating Wexford Celtic 2-1. Clonbrack beating All Blacks 1-0. Fern's drawn 1-1 with Reunited, and the runaway winners in this, Gorey Celtic beating Fastnet 3-2. We have highlights of that there. We'll get to it in a few seconds. Anything stand out to you there, Nicky?
No, look at I'm sure that like Gorey Celtic are delighted, Ferns and Bree drawn. So that stops them, and obviously Castlelockerell, if they get the young team together and put a run together, they might not catch Gorey Celtic now at this stage. Gorey going well. Gorey, that was a massive game against Fort Celtic or against Fastnet for Gorey. 3-2, another belter of a game. But look at fair play to the Gorey Celtic lads up there. It's a club I actually like. A good bit, you know, like it's always you always go up and they always treated well. They've lovely complex up there, and in fairness, they're going really well down that division, and like they're battling away down there.
Facilities are up there, but anyone really, when you used to play a few games under the lights when they got the lights there first, I used to love going down there playing them under them. Yeah,
so and the lads are saying I think they're looking to get a new generator in there. So like they're colossal money, them generators are. So like hopefully they can get that generator back going and get a few more games back on going at night time. And it's a great facility, and I'd like to see Gorey go on kick on again after Christmas and see how they go.
And we've highlights of that game now, and keep an eye out for 2 cracking strikes. So I think we're going to start with a few fixtures. We're starting the Leinster Junior Cup. We have a couple this week. We've Bunclody and all. Wexford game again, Cortown. You'd expect Bunclody to win that one, wouldn't you?
I don't.
Big good game, actually.
On paper, both teams kind of will be quite similar in level of ability, I think. So, yeah, look, I could see that one going either way. I'm probably going to get a splinter in my backside, so I'd sit on the fence on that one. I think that one would be hard to predict.
The form Cortown are in, and Bunclody being up and down, I'll go with a Bunclody win.
If you make out that, then where you go.
Nordend home to Hanover Harps. I can't see anything else. Only Nordend win. They'll have Spot and Kyle back. They were suspended last week. They'll be hoping to get a few more injuries back, but.
No, look, we played last year when I was managing Shamrock Rovers. We went up to Hanover Harps and we won quite easy. I just seen the league tables in Carlow the other day. They're second from bottom, so I definitely would expect a handy enough win. And
then across the Beggar, making a journey up to Wicklow to play St. Peter's Football Club from the Wicklow District League. Wouldn't know much about them, but just going on the two leagues, I'll be brave and say Cross the Beg should win it.
Brave?
Because it could come back to bite me, but I think just on the two leagues, I think Wexford League is a lot stronger than the Wicklow League.
I'd disagree with you now on Brave. Cross the Beg should be going up to win it. Like the Wicklow League hasn't been strong for a number of years. So look at it's a game that Joe should definitely be going up and trying to make sure that the get over the line and into the next round of it. But look at if I was the Cross the Big manager, I'd be going up there thinking that we should be definitely winning this and
they'll want to win. It looks like it could be according to you, it'll be their last game before
Christmas,
so they'll want to be finishing off going into Christmas with a win. Then the last one in Leinster is Shelburne away to Raheny. You wouldn't see anything else, only a Raheny win here, would you?
I suppose Shelburne's form. You will be kind of expecting Raheny to pick up a win in that one.
We go into the Wexford Football League. Then we have Wexford Bows. We're on a good run against Ferns. It'll be
I think
game.
I'll go down to that one. I think Sunday morning. Hopefully everything goes well and the weather plays ball with us and the game is on. But that one it's going to be tough on. Like Ferns had a good win last week. Bows are after coming off the back of two good wins. But then they played kind of two teams at the bottom, Ajax and Campile. So where are Bows? Really,
we will find out.
So you'll find out Sunday. It'll be a big game for Nicky and the Bows lads. They'll be gutted if they don't win it because they're kind of back to square one.
There's always been a bit of rivalry between Ferns and Wexford Bows to winter.
Maybe so, maybe so. But like if they don't, but like Ferns really need to kickstart, and like with the Wexford Cup coming back around now in the next couple of weeks, Ferns were in the final of it last year, so they're looking to maybe kickstart their season. Mikey Dempsey got on the score sheet. It's not too often Mikey scores. He's one of the good lads. I know he did. In fairness to him,
when you let him go forward.
Yeah, that's sure look at. But man, Mikey was one of the greats for Shamrock Rovers. He done a thankless job there out on the left wing, up and down that sideline all day long, every day. But it was good to see him on the score sheet. Yeah,
it's kind of a game as a draw written all over it, isn't it?
I'm going to say Ferns in a kind of a 3-2 battle, maybe even 1 or 2 sent off.
Man, and then we have the Enniscorthy Town Derby. We have a good few of these this year. Mine again, Ajax. Simple, mine have to win it. Ajax have to win it. Mine should be winning it. Really?
Yeah. Look at sure. If Ajax want to stay in the league, they're going to have to pick up a win this side of Christmas. Sunday's going to be their last chance. Is it a good time to take on the Mine? It might be. Do you know, like as we said, do the Mine lads now rally around, stick together. Like it's probably a good game for the Mine lads, because if they were to go to
focus on being the
if they were going to play say Campile or something like that, they might not have been as focused just because they're not playing a team within the town. Where if they were because they're playing Ajax or Shamrock Rovers, they don't want to lose that local bragging rights. But look at pen on paper, I said it already this evening, the Mine should definitely be winning it. Will they win it? All depends on their attitude.
Well, I'll go for a mine win.
I'll go for mine win as well.
And then we've Shamrocks and Campoyle. Shamrocks at home. Form they've been in lately. Expect them to win it?
For me, it's a massive game for Shamrock Rovers. If they win it, I think that pushes them up to 15 points. 10 games played. 20 points is roughly the saving point part of, like, you know, if you get 20 points, you're probably not going to be relegated. So
they're nowhere near relegation.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I know, like, they're going. See, the one really good thing about Shamrock Rovers this year is they're scoring goals. They're conceding a few, all right, but like that's going to come with inexperience, young players switching off at vital moments and things like that. But they're scoring a massive amount of goals. So look, it's a massive game, and they'll want to bounce back after the game against Bunclody, where they were in the driving seat, and unfortunately they let it slip, and they were beaten that day. So yeah, big game, but it's a big game for Campoyle if they want to stay in the league. They have to win it.
Well, Shamrocks all there for me.
Shamrocks as well, hopefully.
We'll have a look at a few games in Division 1. We won on Saturday evening, I think. Glenbarntown, I think, has been the CBS and Wexford again, Bridge Rovers. This will be an interesting game actually, with Bridge have to get their season back on track if they want to stay in around the top boys, and if Glen, I think, probably are just a mid-table team now, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you look at league tables now, they're all kind of settling down a bit. The cream always kind of rises to the top around Christmas time. Probably Glen and Bridge are both in and around that mid-table battle. Look, neither of them are too far off of promotion, but I can see the two of them kind of staying there for the rest of the season, and that's why maybe that result might just patter out into a draw.
Yeah, I'll go for Glen win. Being more used to the Astro.
It's a great facility for them.
Clubon, after their first win of the season, can they cause a surprise down in Cora at the weekend?
Probably not.
Cora, no game last week, so they'll want to be...
Cora going to be a bit strong. Like Cora, I was surprised they actually got relegated last year. For me, they weren't the worst team that we played last year in the Premier League. So and look, they've won. They've put a bit of a run together after a bit of a shaky start. So for me, I think Cora will pick up the 3 points there.
I'll stick to form and go for a Clubon win.
Come on, Aidan.
So they can keep firing darts at me. Then we've Rosslare Rangers at home to North End. North End second from bottom of this division. I don't think no one expected them there. Rosslare mid-table, which I think Aaron will be happy enough with after the season they had last year, that they're consolidating themselves in Division 1.
Yeah, look at I know both managers, Aaron. He kind of got lumped into it last year, I think, with Rosslare in the Premier. But look, at that didn't go the way he wanted it. But between himself and Larry down there, they're great clubmen, and Larry will definitely do everything to make Rosslare Rangers a solid Division 1 outfit, and trying to build them back up throughout. Mick Farrell has to be disappointed. Maybe he should go back refereeing.
Or maybe you should ask Denny for some of the players.
Well, Denny's short on players as it is, but look at in fairness to Mick, it's always a tough job, especially
Fairness,
going in.
He's a good referee now.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah, but it's always a tough job to go in to manage a second team. Especially if a couple of results don't go their way. I know he's been unlucky with a couple of injuries and things like that. So look, North End are definitely capable of winning that and building.
I'll go for Rosslare win.
I'll go for North End.
And then probably one of the biggest games in Wexford at the weekend is All Blacks and Gorey. Gorey will be wanting to bounce back from that one. It's down in All Blacks. Be an interesting one in the title chase in Division 1, won't it?
Yeah, big one. It's a big one for both clubs. As you said there, Gorey have to bounce back, and All Blacks will definitely want to push further on. So look at it's always nice this time of the year. There's always a couple of the big games coming up, and so that's definitely one of the biggest ones in Division 1 this year. Yeah,
if All Blacks win it, I'll put them really in the driving seat, won't it? Gorey have to bounce back. They'll be disappointed losing out to Ross last week, so it's a good old journey down in fairness to them as well. I'll go for a draw on that one.
I'd say All Blacks. It's just shading it, but I think it'll be a good game. Kind of said I'm going to go to Bows and Artane or Bows and Ferns, but if that could be a game I might change. Hopefully John Harper will go down and cover first, but that could be a belter of a game.
And we just look at the one big game in Division 2. Two teams going for the title here. Ratnure at home to Tom Brack. How are you going to call that one, Nick?
Don't know. I know Bob knew. Bob was never the quickest. So he's going to definitely be up against pace here in this, isn't he? So James Coleman with Tom Brack and the lads. Tom Brack and one of them just really good honest teams. Like it did never. I don't think they'd ever let you down. You know. So I think it maybe a draw. Maybe.
You said about pace and fairness. I know Bob well. Managed them myself. Never really got caught out with the pace.
No. Some head on him.
Yeah, his brain gets him out of all that trouble. But just Ratnure team scores a lot of goals. Tom Brack not so much. So I'll go for Bob will kill me, but I'll go for a Tom Brack win or a Ratnure win on this one.
Yeah. So. And see the way he said that now next week he'll play whichever club won. Tom Brack win. But no, look, and I wouldn't argue with you either way. But look at if Ratnure get out and score early, they could go on and win it 2-0. But the longer Tom Brack keep him in the game, the more tense it'll get.
Yeah, and just on that, actually, it was great to see Shane Lawler coming on for the Oscar trainers there tonight. Actually, probably deserved it with the goal scoring record he has over the last couple of years. I know it's down in the lower divisions, but it's good that he got the recognition and got onto the field for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it is good. It's good to see lads getting the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for that, Nicky. That was just a quick look at some of the games coming up at the weekend. As you said earlier, this is the last round of games. I think before Christmas, maybe there'll be one or two games on. So just encourage everyone to get out, support your local team, and support your club. And encourage everyone, if you have footage of goals or something interesting happening in the game, send them into us and we'll use them. So thanks to everyone.
And
thanks, Nicky.
Just Aidan, just before we go, Pádraig Whitty next week with the youths. We do a whole youths feature next week. So this is now Pádraig, get it organised, get the young lads in. So they're the future of the Wexford League. So next week's show should be a big one. Yeah, and we're having a live audience for that. So if anyone wants to join us, just get in contact with us from the youth divisions. Right, thanks, Nicky. Thanks, Aidan.